Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. All right. He said, the Lord Yahweh, which gathered the outcasts of Israel, say, yea, will I gather others to him, beside those that are gathered unto him. Right? So you got to keep in mind. Let's continue verses 9. All ye beasts of the field. So you got to understand when the Moses is talking about the beasts. You think the Moses is talking about your chihuahua. You think the Moses is talking about your God. Your dog. He's talking about, let me see, your chicken. No, man. Is he talking about, no, he's talking about the nation, this nation, man. The nation are being called right here, all beasts. All ye beasts of the field, right? Come to devour here, all ye beasts in the forest. There we go. Right? Right? So the Moses is calling these people, man. After all, the death of Yahweh Mashiach, he's calling these heathen to come, man. He said, you come to Jerusalem, buddy. You come, man. You welcome, man. Why? Because these people don't want to listen to them. So you go ahead and you do what you gotta do. Right? And verses 10, he said, his watchmen are blind. And you see, that's what happened. The watchmen, right? Those that claim that they are leaders, right? Hey, I don't see them as my leaders. I see them as the wicked, right? They got wicked spirit, man. Oprah Winfrey, T.D. Jackson, you know. Some of you out there claiming that you know the Bible, you say that you're Christian, all this type of thing, and you lie all day long, you say all type of nonsense. Hey, you see the young brother being slain, they've been killed, and y'all don't do anything about it, right? They don't care, man. They do not care, right? He says, watchmen are blind. You know what is a watchman? It's somebody that the Most High elect or have chosen to be a teacher of law, of righteousness. To be a lawgiver, man. Somebody who gives the law, the commandment to Israel, to our people. Somebody who fight like Simon, like Jonathan, the Maccabees, right? Like the prophet, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, and the list goes on and on and on. Understand? Right? He says, watchmen are blind. Right? Jay-Z is blind. Understand that? Will Smith is blind. Okay? Ben Carson is blind. Understand that? Oprah Winfrey is blind. Okay? The president in Ghana, he's blind. Okay? The president in Benin, he's blind. Understand that? The president in Nigeria, Buhari, he's blind, man. The president in Ivory Coast, man, Alassane Ouattara, that wicked, that wretch, right? He's blind, man. All your so-called leaders, man, Black Lives Matter, man, they're blind, man. Black Lives Matter, they're blind, man. They don't know what's going on, okay? Black Lives Matter, they're blind. They're blind. That's why they're going to represent you in the court, in the Congress, and they claim to be so-called black, they claim to be Latino and Native Indian. Hey, listen, the Moses said, well, let me read it. He said, his watchmen, Isaiah 56 and verses 10, he said, his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. Hey, that's what the Moses said. The Moses said, these so-called blacks, Latino and Native Indian, that claim to know the Moses, that claim to be the leader of the so-called blacks, Latino and Native Indian, that claim to be the leader of these people, the Moses said they're blind. The Moses said they're blind. They don't know what's going on. They have no clue what is going on. He said, they are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. Hey, this is serious stuff right here, man. The Moses is calling you dumb dog. Imagine that. That's serious right there, man. The Moses is calling you dumb dog. Because the dog's supposed to be barking, right? A dog, when he's in the house or he smells something fishy, or he smells somebody new, strange, coming near the wall or the house or the dog, they're supposed to be barking, right? So the Moses is saying that even this dog, they're even more smarter than us, than our people, man. What's going on, Israel? The Moses said we want, let me read it again, man. He says, watchmen are blind. So all you so-called black pastor, okay, Latino pastor, Native Indian, the Moses say, well, they're blind. They are all ignorant. The Moses said they don't know him. Yahweh said they don't know him through the prophet Isaiah. Right? He said they are all ignorant. Imagine that. That's what the Moses said. The Moses said they are ignorant. Okay? They are all dumb dogs. Woo. They cannot bark. As I said earlier, a dog usually they bark. Right? You throw out the dog, they smell something new, something fishy. Dog does the duty. It's supposed to bark, man, to warn the owner. They're supposed to warn the owner and to warn the stranger that is coming nigh to the dog. Because they can get killed too. Because the dog, the most moving spirit, can kill you. Right? He said they cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down. You see, that's what's happening. They're lying down. They don't know what's going on, buddy. Loving to slumber. People love to slumber. They love to be in the couch watching the football season, soccer, all type of nonsense, That's all they worry about, people, the so-called blacks, Latino, native Indian. Okay? Let's continue. Verses 11. Yeah, they are greedy dogs. That's what the Most High said. Hola, Señor. ¿Tiene un minuto, Señor? Oh, praise to the Most High. You see, yeah, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough. You see, that's why when you see T.D. Jakes, right? The pork chop pastor, those that claim that they're a pastor, right? Guess what? They only worry about the tithe. They only worry about the money. How much money? How much are they going to be making? They're collecting the money. They want to make sure they got the tithe, the money. That's what they're worrying about. They don't care about you. They don't care. He said, yeah, they're greedy dogs which can never have enough. You see? And they are shepherds that cannot understand. The Most High said they don't understand the Bible. They don't understand the way of the Most High. They don't understand. Otherwise, guess what? They're supposed to get together and say, you know what? Hey, we're closing all the embassy of Israel, man. If you kick our people, hey, listen, hey, we're closing all the embassy, right? In our homeland, hey, we don't want to deal with you, man. When the brother of his slave, right here in America, right, guess what? This president in Benin, Nigeria, what they're supposed to do, they're supposed to shut down the U.S. embassy. But they will not do that because guess what? They're greedy dogs, right? He said, yeah, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough, right? Don't you see Russia sometimes you close the embassy of France and send the ambassador back, or he'll shut down the embassy of the U.S. Don't you see they do all those type of things, right? Well, you see, our people, man, they're blind, man. They don't know any better. They can do that because they're scared of Esau, right? Because they're scared of Esau, Edom. But you see the other heathen, right? The Moab and all these heathen, what they do? When they got beef with Esau, when they got beef with Rome, when they got beef with America, what do? Hey, they'll close down the embassy and they'll kick the ambassador from there. Even Bolivia done it before. Bolivia right there, Northern Kingdom. Okay? We've seen Venezuela done it before, man. So understand that. That's how we know that those that claim to be our president in West Africa, Benin, Nigeria, Ghana, they're dumb dogs, man. They're greedy, man. They don't know what's going on, man. They're wicked, man. Because the majority of them, they're worshiping Esau, Edom. They worship Satan, man. They're Freemason, man. They're Freemason. They worship Satan. They worship Esau, man. Just for the belly and the beast, man. Right? They only care about the money. The money they make and for the children, their wife. That's what they care about. They don't care about the nation of Israel. They don't care about the nation of Israel in general. They don't. Like our forefathers, the Maccabees. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 56 and verses 11. Yeah, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way. You see, they only worry about their own money. The time, the thing that they want, right? They don't be the only one to do this and that. They only want their wife, they don't want anybody to do it. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain, you see? From his quarter. Come ye say day, I will fetch wine and we will feed ourselves with strong drink. So it's a strong drink right here, you think it's talking about tequila? No, it's talking about the lie, the philosophy, man. The TV, man. Politics, man. These are strong wine. Politics is a strong wine. Understand that? Alright? And tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant. Understand that? So, brother and sister, you don't want to go over there, man. Why you want to go and set up behind Yahweh Mashiach? Who's supposed to bring us in the land? Who's supposed to bring us? Yahweh Mashiach, man. A Mashiach is the one that's supposed to be bringing us in the land. Okay? Now you just, buy your air ticket and just fly and go. You can't do that. Because it's going to lead you to destruction. And that's what you see right now, man. Right? Because we ain't got no leader, man. They're all wicked, man. They lack wisdom. They lack understanding. They don't know what's going on. They're blind. That's why this is happening. Right? That's why this is happening. All right? Let us finish up the article, and we're going to close it up on that. All right, we're going to read the article that we made. Let's read it. I'm back in the article. It said, but Israel was not sure what to make of the newcomers who arrived on tourist visa. So you see got some brother going over there on the tourist visa, man. Don't do that. If you go over there as a tourist visa, hey, return, man. He said, adopt the Hebrew names and a West African style of dress. So Esau does not like that. Because Esau knows that in West Africa, that's the land mainly of the Jews. The word Jew, Esau knows it. That's why Esau, he got problem with our people dressing up as the way our forefathers used to dress up. Like sometimes I'm going to put on some West African clothing on and they'll be looking at me strange. When I go in the store and I'm walking somewhere, they'll be looking at me strange, man. Because Esau doesn't like when you don't wear suit. The suit is a slavery costume, man. Esau, when he see the so-called black, Latino, and Native in a suit, Esau is happy. He know, hey, listen, I got him already. He's on a strong one. Wearing a suit, who told you to wear a suit and tie? Esau either. It's a strong wine now. People got to, we got to get right now. Right? He said, adopt the Hebrew names and a West African style of dress. The government was unsure whether they qualify for citizenship under the country law of return, which is granted to almost any Jew who requests it. The Interior Ministry granted many members of the community temporary residency in 1992, and permanent residency started in 2003. Many members study in Israeli school and serve in the military. Imagine that. I don't want to serve in the military or the synagogue of Satan. I don't want to do that, man. I heard that thing, man. I don't want to do that, buddy. Understand that? Let's read it. He said, for quite some time, we have had a number of members of the community with different level of immigration status. Some of us have found citizenship, some taken permanent residency, some have temporary residency, and some have no status whatsoever. Said Ben Yehuda, he said the community have been working for years with the Israeli authority to sort out the legal status of those without permanent residency. You see? Said the Population and Immigration Authority said in a statement that in 2003, 1,200 African Hebrew Israelites were found eligible for residency, and that in the years afterward, the office requested other requests from people who were not members of the community. For those who were not included in the list of community members and did not meet the criteria received a negative reply and in effect are residing illegally in Israel for a long period and must live according to the law. You say, hey, Esau said you gotta go. Esau said you gotta go. And guess what? It's gonna get worse, man. It's the Mosai trying to warn you, buddy. It's the Mosai. Some of you might take it wrong. Guess what? What if the Mosai is about to burn that place next week? Or the Mosai is about to destroy in the next 3 or 4 months? If you be there, you be destroyed. So if the Mosai move the spirit, Esau telling this certain amount to leave, hey, it's a blessing, man. Hey, you may want to just bounce, man. You may just start moving ahead, man, before the Mosai bring fire upon the land. Understand that? He said, the authority say in a statement, it added that those who had received a deportation letter were entitled to appeal. Then Yehuda said, the community will appeal the decision. We are here because we choose to be here to build this country and give our energy to the improvement and the betterment of this nation. So it is quite a bit disheartening in that respect. He said, hey, guess what? The Mosai never want you to do that. The Mosai is not with the brother and sister. So you got to understand, man. You got to understand Israel. Hear Israel, the Lord of Most High is one. Hear Israel, the Lord of Most High is one. Hear Israel, the Lord our Most High is on. Come here, Shalom, come here, Shalom, come here, Shalom, come here, Shalom. Alright, to close it out, we say all praises, we give all praises, glory, honor, power unto the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahashai, Bahashem, Rakat Kodash. We say, come here, Shalom. We say, Shalom to all the brothers, those that have been online. Shalom to the King, Yara Skywalker. We say, Shalom to the King, Flashlight Mike. We appreciate you being out there online watching, Hey, the Most High bless you, man. And the Most High load you with more, wisdom in the Holy Ghost, bro. Because we need your help, man. We need our brother and sister, man, to be in the spirit, to be in the fire, man. So we need this brother and sister. So with that, we're going to close it out and we say, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom.